Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fresh Friday. It's another Fresh Friday.
Made it again.
Yeah, we made it again.
mate.
Oh,
It feels good. It feels good.
Where has this week gone? Like, for me, this has just been...
Yeah.
Just gone this week.
It
Disappeared.
really has. You said that before, and it was only then when I actually realised it was Friday again. I was like,
That
was a quick week. That was a super quick week.
It was. It's good. It was good. How is everyone doing though? Welcome to Fresh Friday. Well, we've got an announcement about Fresh Friday, which we'll come on to actually.
We have
we won't say about it yet, but we'll come on to that very shortly. But yeah, how is everyone doing? Welcome back. Hope everyone's survived another week in lockdown.
Yep.
It's been 6 weeks now, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, hope everyone is doing well. But Gareth, before we jump into what we're going to talk about, it's drink review.
Oh, it is. I thought you was going to say something else then.
Drink review.
It is drink review. It is drink review, and hopefully, as we progress through these weeks, the good people at home are also going to join in. Well, they might not be at home. Let's face it; they could be anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They might join us with a beverage of choice, and we're keeping to tradition this week. It's alcohol again, it seems, and I have gone for a classic Corona.
Topical.
It is topical, and might I add, they're very well priced at the minute. There are other beers available, but I was like, that is a bargain at the minute, so I had to pick it up. And everyone knows what it is. I don't need to do a review. It's very light and crisp and refreshing. That would be my review.
Yeah.
What are you drinking there, mate?
I
Anything
am drinking a good old Krabby's, which is invisible. Oh, it's been rebranded to be like Fresh Movement, you see. It's got like the purple now and it's proper good.
And what's your review of Krabby's? Why do you always... What is that your drink of choice? It kind of is, isn't it?
It probably is my drink of choice, but I am very much... It's like a weird one because I drink a lot of it and that's a bad thing. But...
I'm not... Well, let's not get into that. Let's not get into that right now.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Neil Davies, welcome to the stream. Not seen you for a while, so welcome.
We've also got Mr. Wignall as well over on Twitter. How you doing, Mr. Wignall? Welcome.
Legend. Flying the Twitter flag.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So if you are joining us, we are live on Facebook, Twitter, and somewhere else. YouTube. It's like, where are we? I don't know.
YouTube.
Yeah, we're live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter as well. So feel free to like, comment, and share, and then we'll get your comments and we'll get them answered. But Gareth, what are we here to talk about today? What's the plan?
I'm getting some messages. I'm trying to. Bombarded. I can't do this like dual
focus thing.
Yeah, I really can't. I'm a one-team kind of dream kind of guy. So excuse me, I was just distracted for a minute there. So what are we doing? So we've got some announcements, which we'll park for now because I don't want to start on a high. So we've got an announcement later for you, which is quite exciting. And I thought what we'd do, we would start off maybe just by giving some tips and tricks because we've worked from home for some time, haven't we? And we've also featured on quite a number of streams recently where people have been dragging us in, like saying, "Oh, can you help us out with working from home?"
Yeah.
And I think we won't be doing you guys a service and probably doing ourselves a service if we just didn't talk about a few tips and tricks that we've got for, I suppose, just working from home, just the general day-to-day thing. And that's the first thing I want to run through. The second thing is going to be what we're doing on Monday, because we've got something happening on Monday, and then we'll come on to our update at the end. So it's not going to be a long stream. I don't think I'm promising that this is going to be our longest, but it is going to be jam-packed with information. That I can promise.
It's not about the length, mate. It's not about that. It's about the content. It's about the delivery.
Tell yourself.
We got a couple of people in chat. So Neil Davies said, "Hey team," and he goes, "Uni task, mate." We got Nikolai in chat as well, and Techosaurus Rex is
mate.
over on Periscope. How you doing? Good to see you.
Welcome. And if any of you guys have got any comments or questions for me and Liam during the next 20 minutes or so, chuck them in, because we're more than happy to respond to any comments that come in. And yeah, we'll start from here. So first off, Liam,
So what we do? How we keep insane at home? Like how we keep insane at home?
How are we keeping? Are we keeping sane? That's
I'm
the first
definitely
thing I
not.
always
I haven't left the house.
ask. Yeah, it is getting a bit weird, and I think it's getting weird in a number of ways. Like I said before, like we've got the benefit of I suppose acclimatizing to this. You know, you're a gamer. Gamers tend to not leave the house. Yeah. Yeah. And I suppose I've worked for myself many times before, so I've got a bit of a setup here. And I suppose it was just like when I was speaking to Zara, my missus, like the other week, and she's recently changed role as a result of what's going on, and she's currently like working at a laptop and a computer and that kind of thing. And it only became really apparent that I'm clearly set up for that and she's not. Yeah. So I think for me personally, for the biggest bit of advice for most people is just try and get a bit more comfortable if you are working from home. And I think you're best positioned for this because you just advised me on a shiny new chair.
Which I've just lowered. There we go.
So I suppose that's really important.
Yeah.
And I think if anybody's watching out there who's working currently on a laptop or a phone, like kind of like creaked over, stop doing it to yourself. That'd be my first bit of advice.
It's not worth it. It's like you've got to be comfortable.
Not. And you don't even have to break the bank, do you, to kind of alleviate that kind of pressure from yourself.
No.
And I learned the hard way because before I bought myself like a chair and a desk and a screen and all that kind of stuff, I worked for probably about a period of about a solid month at home. And then all of a sudden I got a really bad neck. And then that sticks with you for ages, doesn't it? So I suppose that's the kind of main thing that I want to talk about. And I suppose you've got a few tips on how you can help out, haven't you, with that?
Yeah, definitely. So like, I don't know. It's like, and this is the result of being someone who doesn't get off their ass that often. You know, comfort is like the ultimate priority. Like, so I've been speaking to Gaz about a couple of things. Like one of the things I've recommended is one, you've got to get a really comfortable chair. This chair is, I swear by it. You can't see the brand of it. Oh, you might be able to actually because it's green, but this is a Noble chair.
It's a damn fine chair.
This is an amazing chair. It's super, super comfortable. And what I struggle with chairs is I have a relatively large buttocks, and sometimes the chairs hurt me. And this one's got a really wide base, so it's really, really comfortable. So that's tip number one. Get a wide base chair. And so, because the thing is, I shouldn't do this, but you can't see, but I often sit on my leg, which is really bad. You shouldn't do that. But the thing is, this base is so wide that I can do that, and it's comfortable, and it doesn't cause me any issues. It probably actually helps with my alignment a bit more because it's pushing me up right, if you know what I mean. Because otherwise, I'd be like leaning forward, but I've got my leg under my. That's when I do this. You see, I've always tuck in my leg, and then it sort of like comes up and it makes me a little bit more straighter. It's really not that good, but that's a good tip. Got a couple of comments before I jump into my next tip, if that's okay. Techosaurus says, I'm doing good, thanks. Hope you guys are doing well. We are, mate. We are. Scott Wignall says, when are you guys hiring, and where do I send my CV?
Whoa. Well, first
we can give you an email address.
Yeah.
Get
thank
fresh
you.
at freshmovement.co.uk.
Yeah.
We'll have a look.
Send in CVs. I think. Well, we do have an announcement later, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Hold on to your seatbelts.
Yes, indeed. So I guess the other thing is that I would recommend if you're getting comfortable at home. Now, this can be expensive, but you can pick them up relatively cheap, I would say. I'm going to do a demo.
Oh, look at him.
It can go up higher, but I don't want to tear my stream PC out. But I've got
stay down there, mate. I like this.
I've got an adjustable.
What's it like being the short one?
Yeah, for once, yeah. So this is actually a standing desk.
Yeah.
There we go. It's just cutting me off slightly, but because I can make it go higher.
I love your live demos.
Let me do it. Let me do it. Let's do it. Let's risk it for a biscuit, shall we?
So as Liam rips out the cables in the back of his computer right now.
There we go. It's just because the green screen. Green screen's not tall enough. But that's a standing desk, right? So like I'm literally stood up. I can be at the right height and whatever. And it's just such a nice thing to be able to do because Martina always says to me, she's got an Apple Watch, and she always says, how would you always hit your stand goal, like working at home? There's two things. One, I've got a wireless headset. So walking to go get water, going to get drinks is so easy, right? And the second thing is because of this. So quite often I will stand up at home, work on the stuff that I'm working on, and just stand up. And it's so good.
I think if you don't have a desk that goes up and down, just like work on a laptop and move it to a different part of the house. That's what I've done. I don't have that desk that goes up and down. I have just ordered one though. I have just ordered one, which I'm very excited about.
Hang on. Got to be a little bit careful here, you see, when I lower it down, because it's a sensitive beast. But what you can do is, these can be quite expensive desks. I personally picked this one up on Gumtree for like 200 quid.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's the same price as a standard desk these days, isn't it?
It's 100% worth it. So it's worth it. It's really, really good. We've also got Marvik in the chat. How you doing, Marvik? Good to see you, my friend.
Marvik.
Another legend. Another legend. So yeah, those are some of the things that I would recommend. A wireless headset is just one of those things that is just it's amazing. The desk as well is good. There might be some other things that we have soon, potentially.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we might be speaking to someone later.
We will do a feature stream. We will be doing a feature stream on accessories. Don't you worry about that. And that man knows who he is as well. That guy. It is that guy. For those of you who think it is that guy.
It's the dude. It's the dude.
But yeah, hold on tight for that one. But yeah, we've got a ton of stuff. I think the other thing as well, which was a really simple fix, is if you work on a laptop, just prop it up on some books and get yourself a wireless keyboard or a plug-in keyboard.
Definitely.
The angle in which your head is looking at the device is critical, because if it's too low, you're going to get a bad neck this way, and if it's too high, you're going to get a bad neck the other way. So make sure that it's at the perfect height. They sound like really simple tips, and they are, but it really does pain you if you don't get that kind of like angle correct when you're working.
Yeah, it's you also as well, like oh no, is the stream gone down? What's happened? Let me check.
I think so.
You still got it up your end?
Yeah, I'm still good.
Okay, maybe it's just my computer. I just had someone message me going, "Oh, I'm having a few problems buffering." I'm like, okay, but then my stream stopped, so it's okay. It's all working.
Yeah.
It's all working. Never mind. Sorry about that, chat. I got a little bit scared for a minute because mine started going crazy. I think it's because I hired my desk up. I was like, oh, did I pull the cable?
Well, to be fair, the internet was shaky the other day, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Virgin went down.
Was a bit
that was
shaky.
a sad day. That was a sad day.
No.
So, yeah, like there's loads of things that you can do. And I think your monitor should almost be... Is it the center of your monitor should be like at eye level or something like that?
Yeah, the center of it. So it does have to be pretty high.
Yeah.
It does have to be pretty high. And it does help. Like, I honestly wholeheartedly agree that you have to do this stuff. It's not like an option. If you don't do it, your neck will hurt, basically. Yeah. And we don't want anyone to have a bad neck, do we?
No.
That's the with everything that's going on, don't get yourself a bad neck. That's what we're saying.
Like, you can't even leave the house, so you want to be able to at least look up, right? Like, look up at your ceiling. Like, don't get a bad neck. It's not worth it.
You can't watch TV anymore. You know what I mean? It's gonna hurt.
Anyway, I was gonna say the other tip you've got.
Yeah.
Is something like what do you do? Because I know Gareth's a very bizarre person to work with, and what I mean by that is if his desk is cluttered. See, I can just see past it. I just see screens. But Gareth needs to do certain things. So do you want to run the guys through like what you do to take breaks and sort of like get your body, you know?
Yeah, it's not about my desk being cluttered. I try and keep that clean as often as I can. I do think like a clean workspace, clean mind space, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. The main thing for me and the way I'm keeping sane is moving your body. Like you have to you have to get out of this position. And it is difficult because, as I've found, a project will come in, or you'll be working on something, or you'll be busy doing something, and time will go by. And sometimes I've sat here for like 3 or 4 hours and not even had a stand up or anything. So if you can't do it super regular, make sure that you plumb it into your week. Like, I will get up in the morning, no word of a lie, and Liam will join me on a conference call, and I'll be in full gym gear at like 6:30.
So true.
And I won't work out till like 12 o'clock, maybe 1. But unless I'm in that gym gear, I know that I'll have too many excuses to go, oh, you know what? I'll just do another email. I'll just finish this bit on this project and then I'll do it. But full gym gear, sweatband on.
It's such a good tip though, because this is something that I don't do. Like, I find it really difficult to get motivated with this type of stuff, right? So like when you're like, you're ready, you get up, you're committed. I'm kind of scared of that commitment when it comes to exercise.
You committed to your PC gaming this week. I've got to give you that.
I am committed.
Give you that.
So yeah, like but you are right. Like it does. I remember one experience of when we could go to the gym back in the day. Like I remember doing some weights, and I remember sitting there one day where I haven't done any exercise for a few days, and my head was so. I didn't think it was so cluttered and messed up.
Yeah.
But then when I sat down and did these weights, I was like, I sat there at the end of the bench, and I was like, oh my God, like everything's like another level of clarity, right? It's just so bizarre. Like it does it for different people, but I know like what have you been doing to keep your body moving? Like what have you specifically been doing?
Basic stuff, very basic. So one shout out Tyson Fury. That guy's been going live every single morning on Instagram. Yeah, he has. If you've not checked it out, go and check it out on Instagram. I think it's 9 a.m. Apart from Sunday, you will not do it on a Sunday. It's a day of rest, as we all know. But every other day of the week, he goes live, and it's nothing to do with that. I mean, that's just a thing that I have noticed. I have tuned in for my motivation, but 9 a.m. is too early for me. So what I have been doing is everything I've been doing is just my body. So I've not bought any weights. There's enough you can do with regards to moving your physical body is enough. Don't think you have to go and lift weights. Get up and do some stretches. That's more important than actually doing the weights, to be fair. Mm-hmm. Just little things. I like boxing, so you can do a bit of shadow boxing.
What's shadow boxing?
So you kind of boxing with yourself.
What, as in you've got the sun behind you, the shadows on the floor?
You probably could do it that way, but it's easy to just look into it.
You're never going to win.
You're never going to win. I always win. It's just better if you look into... I'll just look into my patio doors. That way. It just gives you a sense of perspective.
I just wonder what your neighbour thinks. Like,
it looks weird. Doing? Yeah, exactly. They think I'm a proper psycho, mate. They do it. Someone knocked on the other day, a neighbour I've only just been introduced to, and I had my boxing gloves on. I was in a sweat, and I had dirt all over me because I've been gardening earlier. Oh. And I answered the door, and he was like, "What are you up to?" And I was just like, "It don't matter." But yeah, another little tip is if you get a piece of string, tie it to a tree or a lamppost and another one, and then just like duck between them, and that's just kind of like your foot movement. That's kind of like a boxing training that I used to do with my trainer, but now I can't because my trainer's not here anymore. So I had to invent like the boxing things that I learned in the garden. And most of them tips that I'm talking about, I learned on TikTok, believe it or not. There's some really cool stuff on TikTok right about now where people are sharing all these tips, like professional boxers. I don't know, Tyson Fury, Joe Wicks is doing it, but just regular people have been sharing them, and kind of picked them up as I've gone along.
Do you think, though, with the situation that we're in, do you think people are now starting to be more creative?
100%. And I think not only that, as a result of when all this stops, I think it's going to continue because the amount of people I've seen realize that they've got a skill and they can share it with the world has gone up tenfold. And I'm taking that into consideration mainly through TikTok because, as you know, that's an explosive platform. I follow quite a couple of boxers, and when I first jumped on TikTok, probably near a year ago now, there wasn't that much physical activity stuff. There was only 2 people I followed for physical activity, and now there's loads of boxers on there. There's loads of martial arts on there. There's a really good one, which is like fake martial arts, which I've got a passion for. It's brilliant. But yeah, I think, the short answer to your question, 100%. People are realizing I've got a skill and I can share it with the world through my phone.
Yeah, and it's
really cool.
It's interesting because, like, as well, like with the way TikTok works, like if you're liking boxing stuff, more boxing stuff's coming up, right? So you're going to be introduced to more content creators as they're emerging. Yeah, it's just like such a great time to be a content creator. It's unreal, really.
Yeah, it's really cool. Got a couple of more people I'm going to shout out.
Do it.
Mr. Azmat Shawane, welcome to the stream. And that's a good plug. That's what we'll move on to next.
Plug.
We've also got Mr. Rich King as well. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
And Ian Straddins as well. Welcome.
Oh, hello, Ian.
Welcome. Yeah, hello. So, yeah, we've just been rambling really about what's been keeping us safe during the last 6 weeks. Or not safe, like keeping us sane is a better term for it. We've had some tips on working, I suppose, like how to kind of keep your body in decent condition, because it takes its toll working at a desk, believe it or not.
I'm living proof of that.
You do well, to be fair, mate. I think, especially with all the knowledge you've given me around ergonomic mice, keyboards, that kind of stuff, it's really helped.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Yeah, it's all right.
Only trying to look after your wrists and your hands and your fingers.
They're getting weak. They're not built for this life.
Need to get
I
good.
suppose we've just talked about the importance of moving your body.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's like mega important that you move your body. We are designed to move. We're not designed to sit around. So plumbing schedule breaks, get your blood pumping. It helps your brain. It helps your mentality. It helps your emotional state. And most of all, it helps your body just like, get all the creaks out of it as well. And you feel better.
Yeah, definitely. So we said we were going to plug. We didn't actually plug, did we?
Well, we'll move on to it.
Let's move to the plug.
We'll move to the plug. So the next thing we're going to discuss is this week we've gone on with no schedule. And the reason is on Monday next week, we're going to be featuring on a new channel. It's going to be a webcast with a company called Dotted. And they've asked myself and Liam to jump on, and we're going to be talking about some juicy stuff, aren't we?
It's going to be pretty intense. It's kind of like, it just reminds me of like last week. Last week on Fresh Friday, we got quite emotional, and we spoke about how social media should be used, and I think this is another one of those opportunities where we can, speak about this stuff to people, because people need to know how to use social and how brand's important and that type of stuff. And what's happening is more and more people every week are coming to us asking us for advice on everything, really. Like, it's just a mix of things. Like, it could be brand, it could be technical, it could be streaming stuff. It's anything. Like, it's great for us because our sole purpose is like, we want to help people. We want to give value to these people and, share what we know. We're never cagey about what we do know, because as we said last week, there's this good old thing called Google and you can type it in and research it. But the thing is that people don't do it. But we're happy to share that if people are interested. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting talk on Monday. And of course, when that does come out, we'll share it straight onto this page just so everyone has visibility. And if you've got any questions or anything, you can sort of do it. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be pretty fun.
Yeah, because it's going to be like a bit of a yin and yang showdown. I see it as, because Dotted, for those of you who may not know who they are, they're a brilliant company set up in Manchester. I know the founder. I think he's in chat right now, Azmat Shawane, and they are in line with us. So they're quite, I suppose, an edgy brand, if you want to call them that. I've seen their offices. They definitely scream that, and I know Azmat as well. So they're definitely a disruptor brand, and they're like the opposite of us, because we're definitely more of a coming from a social and brand holistic kind of view, and they're more sales and marketing focused as well. So the two worlds of sales and marketing will collide. And I think it's going to be... So, yeah, check it out. If you are an entrepreneur, if you are a business owner, if you are aspiring to build a business, the backbone of this stream is going to give you them skills that you need to basically set up. So whether it's sales advice from the Dotted side or whether it's like the brand side and social side from me and Liam, we're going to be opening a can of worms and talking about all that stuff. And I think if you are aspiring to set something up, that'd be a really, really cool thing to check out.
Definitely. Neil Davis has asked a question, though, which I don't know if we know the answer to, but Asmat will.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I do know. But no, I don't know what time it's going to be posted.
Ah.
Yeah.
So Asmat, like Neil's put in chat, what time will it be on Monday? Like, will it go out Monday? Will it be Tuesday? I know we're taking part on Monday. But of course, as soon as it comes out from Dotted, we'll then share it onto Fresh Movement so you guys can see. So Neil,
sharing is caring.
It'll be released on Wednesday, apparently, Neil. So there
Wednesday.
You go.
So we'll make sure, Neil, we'll tag it in Fresh Movement if you've missed it. We'll also, if Asmat can, maybe just put a link into Dotted into the chat right now. Yeah. And then anybody who wants to go, there you go.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's going to be good.
Excited. It's the first webcast we featured on.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done a couple of conferences and stuff and a couple of speaking things, but yeah.
Yeah.
But now, like, we probably would have done this face-to-face if we could, right? We probably would have done something like that. But, yeah, these digital times call for different measures. And as you said, the worlds of sales and marketing and social collide.
Yeah. What are people drinking right now as well? We well ahead of the curve on our beer.
I'm empty.
At this time. Or, mate, come grab another. I've gone on to number 2 here. I come stocked for Fresh Friday because you never know how long it's going to go on for. You just don't know, do you?
No, you just don't know.
But yeah, what are people drinking right now? Are you already hitting the stronger stuff? People on the tea, Coke, whatever it is. Grab a drink. Relax.
Yeah, relax. It's Friday. Good. It's Friday. Oh, Asmat says whiskey.
Proper 12 as well. Proper Irish whiskey. Proper Irish whiskey. That's what he's sipping. That's the good stuff.
So let's cut the crap. What other announcements do we have?
Cut the crap, Jack. On to the announcement. Okay, yeah. So people, sorry for taking so long. We had some other things to cover. We do have an announcement. As from not next week. We will do something next week.
I'm going to pull up the date.
Pull up the date, Liam.
15th.
From the 15th of May, write it in your diary, we will be officially releasing Fresh Fridays.
Fresh Fridays.
So we have committed that we will be going live every single Friday around about the same time, but we're not putting a timestamp on it. It will be on a Friday. We know that much. And we're going to be covering all sorts of good stuff. Now, we are going to discuss that at length on our first episode, what Fresh Friday is all about. But it's in line with what we discussed earlier, isn't it? If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, if you work in brand or marketing, this is going to be a place you're going to want to hang out because it's not just us two. We've got some exciting guests, haven't we, as well, mate?
Yeah, we do. And, you know, we've been set up for like nearly 9 months now. I think it's 9 months this month, which is crazy.
Yeah.
We've met some very interesting people along our way, and they're going to be coming on to have a chinwag and have a good chat with us.
Powerful people.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, you know, they've got stuff they want to share too. So we'll tell you what Fresh Friday is all about and the purpose of it then, but have no fear. There will be some really cool shit on there that you can tune in for and meet some really cool people and hopefully get some real cool skills from it as well. It'd be really useful. Yeah,
we're going to have some really cool guests. We're going to have some really cool insights. And we're also going to be doing some giveaways as well.
Yeah, we're
going to be doing some giveaways. So there's some really cool stuff. Next week, we might do a little bit of a quiz just because it is Bank Holiday Friday, and we're not going to commit to that, but I think we're going to go live next Friday as well with something which is going to be a bit of fun for everybody. So tune in next week if you want to. But as Liam said, starting from the week after, which is the 15th.
Yep, 15th.
15th of May, Fresh Fridays begin, and we've already got a great guest lined up. We're going to start off with a bang.
He's so cool.
So tune in. There's going to be a ton of stuff, and it's all in line for you guys. So we won't be getting. We'll be getting as much as it from you. So we'll be learning from these people, and by recording the conversations and streaming them live, hopefully you'll learn from them too. That's the idea of Fresh Friday. So tune in the 15th, and that's where we're going to start on our journey. So check that out. Like we said earlier, check out the Dotted webcast on Wednesday midday. We'll be sharing that as well, where me and Liam are going to be guests for once, which is going to be very weird. And hope you're all keeping safe.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, stay safe. And it's going to be an exciting week, and we'll keep you posted. Make sure to like the page. And then you'll find more updates there.
Yeah, you can share this out as well. That'll help us get the word out for Fresh Fridays, which is coming up. Like we said, we're just so happy that you guys have joined us today. We know everyone's going through the same thing, so keep strong, people, and keep safe. That is the number one message. And keep it locked here on Fresh Movement.
Yeah, stay safe, people, and we shall see you next week for our little quiz. And the week after for something cooler. Keep it fresh.